Okay, this is the second video for, are we good? Okay, this is the second video for Unit 3 for the lesson on angles of triangles. We're going to be covering triangle angle sum theorem and exterior angle sum theorem. We're going to start with our warm-up. Looks like this. So pause it real quick and try it yourself and then come back. All right, so when we draw a diagonal here, I'm sorry for how bad my diagonal is. We do know that these are still right angles, so we know that these are both right triangles, but we also know that since all of the sides of the square are equal, that we have two right isosceles triangles because they have two equal sides and one right angle. So that is our answer to our warm-up. Nice short one today. All right, and we've got 2 pages of notes to get through. So up at the top of our notes, we have this little exercise where if we draw any triangle on a piece of paper and we tear off the triangle's 3 angles, we could arrange those angles so that they are adjacent. And if we arranged those angles so that they were adjacent and they shared a vertex, then they would form a line again. That's a neat little party trick. And basically that shows us triangle angle sum theorem, which is if the measures of 2 angles of a triangle are known, then the third measure of the angle can always be found because all of them add up to 180 degrees. They're not really a linear pair, they all add up to 180. So this is the thing that you're going to write in that box up at the top of your page. Is angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degrees. So if we know 2 angles, if we know the measures of 2 angles in the triangle, we can find the third one because all 3 are going to add up to 180. So we no longer have a linear pair, we have a supplementary trio almost. We wouldn't really call them that. We'd call it the triangle angle sum theorem, which is just, even more fun to say than supplementary. So once you've got this down, we're going to look at our first exercise. Right now we know that angle M is 62 degrees, angle N is 90 degrees. So to find angle P, the measure of angle P, we subtract 62 and 90 from 180 to find out that the measure of angle P is 28 degrees. For exercise number 2, we know that the measure of angle Q is 30 degrees, but this little arc is a mark of congruency so that we know Q and R are congruent. So to find angle S, we subtract 30 and 30 from 180. So we know that angle S is 120 degrees. For angle 3, we're finding angle 1 and angle 2. To find angle 1, we're going to subtract 60, and then we know that these 2 angles right here formed by this intersection are both 90 degrees. So subtracting 60 and 90 degrees tells us that angle 1 is 30 degrees. And then to find angle 2, it's going to be 90 and 30. So angle 2 is 60 degrees. For this one, we find angle 1 by subtracting 66 and 58 from 180, which gives us 56. We can find angle 2 because 1 and 2 are on opposite sides of vertex Q. They are vertical angles, which means that they're congruent. So 1 and 2 are equal, so it's also 56 degrees. And then we can find the measure of angle 3 by subtracting 56 and 50 from 180. So that the measure of angle 3 is 74. So for this one, let's look at RTW and see if we can find the measure of angle 1. Focus just on this one right here and see if you can find the measure of angle 1 on your own. Here are some possible answer choices. If you do not see what you came up with on here, you might want to pause and check your arithmetic. And the correct answer here is going to be 30 degrees. At this intersection, this is 90, so this one is also going to be 90. TWR is going to be 90 degrees as well. So we subtract 60 and 90 from 180, which gives us 30 degrees for this angle. For the measure of angle 2, we're going to be looking at triangle RWS. And the correct answer here is going to be 60 degrees. 180 minus 90 minus 30 is going to give us 60 degrees for angle 2. And our last one on this page, 180 minus 20 minus 152. And our correct answer is going to be 8 degrees. 180 minus 152 minus 20 is going to give us 8 degrees. And that's going to be our first page of notes, second page in the second video.